January 2nd, I'm Joel D. Smith. Thanks for being a part of 21 Next. Let's bring in Fatima Moien, who has been covering the story of a service member with local ties who recently died in a really unfortunate way on the way back to the area, to Pennsylvania, trying to celebrate the holidays. Fatima, who did you talk to today about this?
Yeah, Joel. So I had the chance to speak with his mom, Carolyn, along with his two siblings, his older brother and older sister. And they are just a beautiful family. I just had such an incredible time getting to learn more about Braden and his service and his passion for the Army. It took him a while to enlist. It actually took him a little over a year with his recruitment center in Mechanicsburg. And so it was really great to just get to know him a little bit more. You might hear a little bit of some sounds from the background. We're actually editing up a lot of the footage that we're going to be talking about in the shows later.
Yeah, so get people up to speed on this one about the circumstances around his death.
Right, it's pretty unfortunate. I mean, from what I understand through Carolyn, she was on her way getting ready for work when she got a phone call from someone from trying to get a hold of her from Louisiana State Police, and they were just trying to inform her of the sudden death of her son, who was caught up in a car accident. He rear-ended another vehicle and, unfortunately passed away. The other person in the car.
Well, he was rear-ended by a vehicle, right?
Yes, that's how I understand it.
Okay.
Maybe I said it wrong. My bad. But essentially, he was in a terrible car accident, lost his life, and he was on his way back up to Pennsylvania for Christmas. And so, just given the circumstances of this accident, his mom, that was the first to find out, didn't want to tell her children, his siblings, because she was just like, and it's such a powerful thought. I mean, I was trying to not cry during this interview because the entire family all showed up on my Zoom screen. There you can see him on the screen there. That's actually Braden on the far left. And so all his siblings there, they're all crying and they're just sharing how learning this news completely changed their life forever.
One line.
Yeah, so this is some of the imagery that we saw. I guess during your interview, they all kind of chimed in at various points, I suppose.
Right. It's the first time I've ever done a Zoom interview like this. You can actually see Michaela, his older sister. She didn't really say much, but I just think her emotions, and you can see it on her face. She's still grieving the loss of her younger brother.
What day did this happen?
This happened right before Christmas. Carolyn actually recalled not having heard from him. Given that Christmas had passed, she knew something was wrong.
Yeah. So let's take people through the circumstances from what police are telling the family about what happened here and how much they really still want to find out about what happened here.
Right. So I actually asked Carolyn on where the investigation stands at this time. They're still running tests. I'm actually going to look at a text that she sent me earlier today. Not yet. They're waiting on the final results from the sensors from the vehicle, is what she tells me. So there's still an investigation going on about what exactly happened and if his car had failed in any way, if it had broken down. Again, that being another reason that could have, led to his death. I mean, again, there's just so many things given the trip.
What are we looking at here? Can you describe some of the video we're looking at right here?
Yeah, so this is actually from that procession that actually started from Philadelphia and actually crossed through Harrisburg to get to their family in Mechanicsburg. Again, they're holding their funeral tomorrow. So his body traveled pretty far to reach them, again, on preparation for the big day being tomorrow, where his family is going to meet again.
So he was stationed where when this happened?
Right, so he's coming from down south. He had served in Texas, I believe. And so we definitely I got to learn a lot about his time before the Army and in preparation to that. That's what our story tonight is going to talk about, how long it took him and just how inspiring he was and how much he inspired the family as well.
Gotcha. Yeah. So he was coming home for the holidays when he got rear-ended by a vehicle, killed him. But like you said, exactly what was going on at that point, they're not sure about. And I guess they're still investigating if the driver who hit his vehicle was impaired in any way. So there's a few lingering questions there.
Right. And again, with our conversations today, I think it was just really telling to hear from the family talk about how this has changed them, how they miss him. There's this empty feeling that they all carry. And what was so sad, his older brother Seth mentioned how the saddest part to him was the fact that he was actually home after coming home, he was just months away from completely finishing up with his contract in the Army. And after coming home permanently in the new year, he was going to plan a wedding. And so, again, it's just so many layers to this story, and it was just so heartbreaking. And to see each of them hold it together, I shed a tear. It was so telling on how much they're really here for each other at this time.
Yeah. Well, the best we can do at this point is share his story and relate what the families are going through. You know, these folks sign up to protect us. Sometimes, you know, they're killed in weird ways overseas when they're literally out there, you know, fighting. Other times, just like any of us, you know, they could be hit in a car accident. You never know when that's going to be, but it's tough when they choose a life of service and it's cut short. So appreciate you bringing that story to life for us. And we look forward to seeing your story a little bit later tonight at 5 and 6. Fatima Moien, everybody. Thank you very much. All right. So CBS 21 News next. This is what this is. Hey, it's New Year. If you have some ideas for us, what you'd like to see on this way of giving you the news, let us know what's going on with that. But we look forward to another year of sharing the stories, talking about how we develop these, how we gather the news and present it to you in this way. It's a little bit different and doing it for you every day. I'm Joel D. Smith. We'll see you next time.